What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today in this video we're going to talk about 6 big tech stocks. But before we dive into this video, hit that thumbs up button. That is greatly appreciated and that really helps out with YouTube algorithm. And also, if you want to support the channel, get 3 days of live trading. Check out the Patreon and my Discord. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. And now let's get right into it with Apple. And look at this high for the day, 165.28. And just where Apple should get rejected, we got rejected. And Apple stock came down and now sitting at 163.76, absolutely flat on the day. Now also next week, we got earnings from Apple, guys. And that is going to move the market. And so far, we got good earnings from Microsoft, massive move today. And now, Meta today, guys, up 12%. Google also was decent earnings, and I played today, made good money on Google stock. Everything, especially mega caps, they're beating the earnings. And that means what? If there is no significant pullback here on Apple stock, on Microsoft, and Microsoft, I think we did hit a new 52-week high on Microsoft today. Until we see a significant pullback on Apple, Microsoft, and now Meta, we're not going to see a huge flush down in the market. So Apple stock going into tomorrow, we will have resistance here on Apple stock at 164 and 165, blue line 5 SMA. Below 165, Apple stock can come down to 160. And now look at this insanity here. Lower Bollinger Band rapidly moving up, sitting at 160. So at some point, going into next week, into Friday this week, if there is a pullback on Apple stock below 160, that is going to be extremely oversold. And you know that this is a market leader and it's not going to stay down oversold for too long. And I don't see it breaking down below 158 anytime soon unless there is a bad catalyst on Apple stock. Apple stock breaks 165, definitely we're going to see 168.50 to even 170 on Apple stock. Below 160, watch out for this gap down here at 158.49, and I don't see Apple going much lower than that before the earnings. And now we're going to look at Tesla. And Tesla stock got decimated today, down 4.31%, almost $7 down for the day, and still at 153 even after hour. Now Tesla, early as tomorrow, guys, it's not too far away. Tesla broke the support 155 and now it's heading down to 146 to close this gap down here, and that's where I'll be buying more shares of Tesla. And anything below 140, I'll be buying even more. And that is long term. I'm not swing trading Tesla or day trading, just buying long term because I sold all my Tesla shares, and now at this level, definitely Tesla is a buy. And also, we did not get a dead cat bounce on Tesla. So there could be one coming very soon on Tesla, possibly after closing this gap at 146. And a lot of people are looking at it and, just waiting for Tesla to fill this gap at 146. And I think then we're going to find at least some buyers for a dead cat bounce on Tesla going into tomorrow. Tesla resistance level to watch 155, 161, blue line 5 SMA, and then a quick trip up to 167. And once we break 167, then we can possibly talk about more upside. Below 155, watch out for this gap at 146, and that would be a support level to watch also. But in that case, Tesla definitely will be extremely oversold, trading below 155, trading below lower Bollinger Band. That is going to be extremely oversold on Tesla. If tomorrow we get a gap down on Tesla and this thing slides all the way down to 146. And now we're going to look at Meta. On Meta, it's up 0.89% for the day, and now with some good earnings, this thing jumped up all the way up to 234, 235. And I said it last night in my video that with some good earnings, I don't see Meta going down that much, even with bad earnings. So it has to be a good earnings, right? And this thing can go up to 237. And now we're trading very close to 237 on Meta, and that could come tomorrow morning on Meta. It's up almost 12% after hour, so there is a massive move, but also keep that in mind. Upper Bollinger Band sitting close to 222, so that is going to be extremely overbought tomorrow as Meta opens around 237. Now tomorrow, if there is a pullback on Meta, watch out if there is a dip down to 220 or 224ish right here, just above this upper Bollinger Band. That would be a dip buy on Meta. If it's trading here at 237 or above, definitely guys, ignore Meta. Do not try to buy calls here on top. You could be holding a bag, or just wait for a nice decent pullback if you want to get in here on Meta. But I would not suggest to go long on Meta anytime soon. I mean, look at this insane move. This is a gap up city, guys. Gaps everywhere, and now there's gonna be another huge gap on Meta. So this is definitely not a buy for long term, but you can day trade, possibly swing trade if there is a good setup. Now, as a support, like I said, 224 to 220, that would be a level to watch on a pullback. And below 220, watch out for 213, which is now almost impossible to think that it's going to come down to 213 anytime soon. Tomorrow, big resistance at 237, and if that breaks, this thing heading up to 250. And now we're going to look at Google. On Google stock, I had a fantastic day today, buying this dip at opening and selling the rip all the way up to 107. And that's why if you're a new Patreon member or you joined a couple months ago and not joining live, you're not going to get any benefits, because 9:30 to 11:30, 12, that's when I'm live in my Discord, and most of my moves, whatever I do in the stock market, it happens early in the morning. Once I make my money, I don't come back for more money, guys. Discipline is the key and name of this game. If you're coming back for more, you're going to lose. So definitely, if you're a Patreon member, try to join live trading in the morning, Monday through Wednesday, and also follow all those channels that I have where I share my trade ideas every day. Now on Google stock, if you look at my screen, and this is the 5-minute chart, and this is exactly what I got here. 105 calls, and this thing ripped higher all the way up to 107, and that's where I was thinking it's going to come down, and I sold my calls, and then this thing came all the way down to where? I mean, look at this, guys, 104. So that was a massive move down on Google from 107, and now absolutely flat end of the day. Now going into tomorrow here on Google, if you look at my screen, yes, we did break the support. I was hoping for a close above 105. That didn't happen. Now tomorrow is another day. Google stock can get the bounce above 105. This thing can run up to 107.59 to even 109.55. Below 105, watch out for 101.58 and then flat 100, red line 50 SMA. On Amazon stock, it's up 2.35%, and yesterday I had some calls on Amazon, and this thing actually paid some money today, guys. Sold out for a nice profit, and Amazon now up again after our 1.73%, and not to mention today from 104, that was that strong support, still holding. This thing ran up to almost 107, and now again it's trading close to 107. Now this thing cannot move higher. I mean, look at this, 106.87 or 107 if you want to call it, upper Bollinger Band. This Bollinger Band needs to expand all the way up to 108, 109, and then we're going to see more upside on Amazon. But also, so far it's holding 104 as a support, but if that gives up, a quick trip down to 102.69, that is possible, and below that, with some bad earnings, this thing can come down quite a bit, possibly down to, I would say, 98 to 97, and that could be coming tomorrow only with bad earnings. With some good earnings, Amazon can run all the way up to 114, 115 to even 120. That is also possible going into tomorrow after hour on Amazon. Now tomorrow Amazon runs higher. Watch out for the resistance at 107, 109. That's where we got rejected before. And as a strong support, watch out for 104. And below that, we have white line 20 SMA sitting at 102.69. And that is going to be also a strong support below 104. And now we're going to look at Microsoft. And I was right. Microsoft did hit a new 52-week high today, 299.57, and new 52-week high, guys. I mean, this is insane. Just when you think market is about to die, and look at this run up from 212, and it was just a couple of months ago. It's not like it took a long time. I mean, look at this move here on Microsoft. Insane move. And now with this good earnings, this thing can go past 300 easily. And I think 310 is coming on Microsoft. But before that, yes, we could see a pullback on Microsoft getting overextended. And look at today, guys. Remember what I said before? 294 will be a support. Look at this today. It was holding all day, came down to almost 293, just below 293, but end of the day holding 294, 295 as a support, closing right on top of this upper Bollinger Band. So this Bollinger Band will continue to expand all the way up to 300, and tomorrow again we could see another new 52-week high on Microsoft. But if there is a pullback below 294, watch out for the support 290, and that is that breakout that we got right now. We couldn't get that breakout before on Microsoft, so that is going to be a strong support 290. Below that, watch out for 286.25 on Microsoft, and I don't think we're going to close this gap anytime soon at 281. To the upside, 300 breaks on Microsoft. At some point, we're going to see 310. That's going to be the next move on Microsoft, and it's not extremely overbought or anything, guys. No, it's not. So this thing can run even higher, but would I be buying here on top? No. If you want to day trade or swing trade, wait for a decent pullback, and then you can possibly get some Microsoft. And that's all I have for you guys tonight. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great night, everybody.